Generation 3 night vision with infrared spotlight.
Okay.
I have a 2 million candle infrared spotlight,
All right.
which shoots up into the sky like a beam.
Okay.
You can't see it with your naked eye, but when you look through the goggles, it looks like an intense beam shooting through the sky.
Now you broke this down, these objects into looks like about 8 categories, and then you've kind of put your own nomenclature on it. Why don't you explain to us a little bit about each one of these?
Okay. These are the different types of things that I regularly see at night. This here is what I call the snowflake. It has almost emerald-like qualities. This here is a flat mirror-like orb. It shines at you. It'll kind of get translucent and fade off into nothing. This is an orb in flight. It's actually a flat orb that when it travels in a certain direction, it folds back into a cone shape.
Oh, look at the face!
You see them flying all through the sky. This here is an orb that will sometimes come right before you, and it'll flash these moving stripes. These stripes will move. And what I think this is just another version of all of this, which this here is a black centered orb. I've seen those, and they will also transform into this, and that will transform into this, and this will transform into that. This is a whirling spiral orb. This is the spiral that is kind of undone. It'll actually, when they move real fast sometimes, they'll kind of undo and then snap together again into another vortex spiral, which is what they seem to look like. They're a spiraling vortex.
Okay.
What they look like.
And these are the kind of the different orbs that you see.
I see this
regularly, whether it's in California or Louisiana.
Well, I haven't had the night vision goggles for very long, but I mostly see them in Louisiana because I go out every night in my backyard.
You're seeing these in your backyard?
In my backyard.
Amazing.
Right.
Okay, thanks for sharing that. I'd like to take a look at some of these other drawings that you have here.
All right, now these were all perceived in live vision. These here, some of these are digital photography. Like, I haven't seen anything like this in live vision, but I've seen it in digital shots.
You can see the face.
Orbs with smiling faces. I picked up in digital shots these luminous forms, abstract forms. They're super bright, and they seem to have little nodules and stuff inside of them. This here is like a bird-like flying orb, which a lot of people call a fairy. They do look a lot like fairies.
No,
but they don't have a face or anything. It's just a big, you can see it's so bright. It's just a big luminous thing, and it flies in front of you.
Okay.
This here is a amorphic luminous type that has like a combined face, a bunch of faces all tied into one. You might see one big overall face, and then you'll see little faces all jammed up in it. Some of them overlap.
Yeah.
This here is a sinister, I call it a sinister orb because of the pitchfork and a disgruntled looking face.
I've actually seen this one on a shed in my friend Steve's backyard. Looks exactly like this. Very strange.
Yeah, maybe he's making road trips. But right here is another orb, and they seem to stick their tongue out at you.
This kind of looks like Richard Nixon right there.
Yeah, it does have that look.
And they actually stick their tongue out at you.
Yeah, they have a look. There's something about sticking their tongue out with these orbs. I've seen it many a time. That they stick their tongue out.
All right.
Look at the teeth.
And I got to show you one more thing, because this is what I call the grand finale. Now, we're familiar with the object that I told you about earlier.
Right.
Now, on this particular night in September or October,
Seeing eye.
I came out and I saw this object floating out from my backyard. And I said, what's going on tonight? You know, and I kind of talked to it. It went up over the sky about maybe 50 feet up, and it put on a light show. This is what it did. It exploded into this. These bars, I would say, scale-wise, might be 20 feet. And super bright. If it would have been a firework display, it would have been an incredible 4th of July type thing.
This is in your backyard?
In my backyard.
And this is how many feet above your house?
30.
30 feet?
30 feet.
So it was specially for you?
It was me. It was for me. Okay. And this thing exploded, it shrunk, it did all kind of unbelievable shape shifting. This is what these whirling cigar shapes, they expose themselves for the first time in this shot, all together. It's almost like saying, this is what we are, this is us together, all assembled. They shrunk back down into this and floated off to the northwest, and I haven't seen them since. They were saying goodbye, is what I think. Whether they'll come back, I don't know, but it was something directly communicated to me, and it's unexplainable.